Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Leos for the month of October, what you guys can expect. What you guys are currently looking at is the energy you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of October. And then we're going to update the transits as we get to it. So October 2nd, there is a new moon solar eclipse in your third house in Libra in 10 degrees. So I want to write this down. There's like no room. Hold on. Okay, so new moons, obviously, I believe they're going to take on new moon energy, right? Something new happening when it comes to relationships, either romance or business contracts, business partnerships, or just close relationships that are meaningful to you guys, okay? And I think there would be conversations around this, or you guys would be learning something through your close friends. Or it would be people you guys have a relationship with that may be your friend, okay? I think that would be some of your storylines out there. But anyway, my point is this. Eclipses are very powerful. So I do think there's going to be more of an emphasis with this energy with whatever new would be happening on October 2nd. It's in 10 degrees. So I do think it may be conversations about work for some of you. Taurus is in your 10th house with Uranus being in retrograde, right? With the 10th house, this is what we look like to other people. This is how we appear. Yes, it's also our career, but it's also our legacy because it's based off of how we appear to other people. And you guys have the planet Uranus. Now, Uranus rules your 7th house, Aquarius. Aquarius is the internet, it's your group of friends, it's social networking, but it's also in your 7th house, which traditionally belongs to Libra, committed relationships. So I do think for some of you, something new may be happening, conversations where you guys are shining, something unexpected happens, and you're being seen for something, okay? I don't think that's everybody's story, but I think it may be some of your stories. And then for others, I think this would be something new happening involving committed relationships, okay? Maybe you guys are entertaining a conversation about, I almost want to, I want to say like a conversation with somebody you guys maybe are friends with, but you're considering dating. Yeah, I'm getting that too, because again, with commitment and committed relationships, I'm getting Aquarius energy in your 7th house, and Uranus rules this. So whatever this is, it would change the way, you know, people look at you. It would disrupt what it is like you're comfortable with how you're seen. It may also disrupt, well, going back to business, I'm sorry, your money. So this may be potential new conversations about contracts with new jobs. I think that's definitely something for some of you as well. Where's Capricorn? Capricorn's over here. Yeah, definitely, because Pluto went back into Capricorn. It's in 29 degrees, right? So 29 degrees is your degree. It's Leo degree, 5th house energy. But in 5th house, you guys have Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. Oh my God. Yes, 1000%. For some of you, Jupiter being in the 11th house in Gemini. Gemini is friends, people you know. Yes, I know it's your group of friends with the 11th house or social networking. But I think for some of you, you guys may be like having a romantic relationship with an actual friend, because I'm going to tell you right now, with Mercury, the Sun, the South Node, Lilith, Juno, and then the new moon solar eclipse in 10 degrees in Libra in your 3rd house, you cannot tell me you guys are not having conversations about committed relationships. There's definitely something happening here. Maybe it's more serious because of, you know, maybe it's more serious because of your feelings, because Venus is in your 4th house in Scorpio. And there may be conflict with this because For some of you, maybe you guys work with this person. The reason I'm saying this is because with Venus being your 4th house, and Venus rules the your 10th house, right? With Taurus. So I do think somehow there would be some type of shakeup for you guys with whatever this new moon energy is all about when it comes to relationships. Maybe that like you're risking your money, or it could be fears. I could see that as well. I could get the devil and tarot with this type of energy with Capricorn 6th house. Since Virgo energy traditionally rules the 6th house, right? You guys value Virgo energy. But traditionally that belongs to Taurus energy in your 10th house. So you guys basically value in your 6th house structure, stability, boundaries, a routine, practical things, okay? And so this, with Venus being here, hold on one second. Hold on. Venus rules Libra and it rules Taurus, your 3rd and 10th house. Oh, I like this for you guys because conversations about commitment, conversations about a committed partner, so that you feel deeply about. But this Mars in your 12th house is throwing me off. Where is Aries for you guys? 9th house. So maybe maybe you guys have to travel far. Maybe you guys have to, or maybe you guys are having fears about being like, what's the word I want to use? Like hurt, because when Mars is in the 12th house, usually this can be looked at as like hidden enemies. And since it's in Cancer, I would think it would be like arguments at home. Cancer would be home. Cancer would be the mother. It would be feminine energy, or it would be men that have, you know, deep emotions, or just very emotional. Or this could be you guys. You guys could have some type of mental conflict about this, because literally the 12th house is you and you're unconscious. So I do think something is going on here when it comes to, I want to say, expanding your mind and trying something new. Like I'm getting like a fresh energy. So this may be bringing up past wounds with Chiron and Aries. Either like your inner child wounds with, you know, because Venus is in Scorpio in your 4th house, I'm going to say issues around home and like how love was probably expressed or how emotions were expressed. There's probably something going on here with that. So yeah, I'm just seeing commitment when it comes to some type of partnership and you guys having conversations about this, okay? What else? October 4th, we have Venus in Scorpio in your 4th house. And it's trining Saturn in Pisces in retrograde in your 8th house. Okay. So Venus and Saturn are trining, and I'm sorry. So October 4th, Venus in Scorpio in your 4th house is trining Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 8th house. So I like this. There's some type of investment. Something you see worth investing into, something long-term, okay? It's a blessing. It's something that comes easily to you. And I feel like either psychically or intuitively, you feel this, okay? So I do believe this is around the conversation you're having around October 2nd has to do with This person, you guys, I feel like you guys are already committed to them, or you're just about to take it to the next level. Or maybe what's happening here with Sagittarius in the 5th house and Jupiter being in that 11th, maybe you guys have been out there dating since Mercury rules Gemini energy. So it's like now you guys are, you know, I don't know, trying to figure out the like who it is you actually want to commit to, bring it from the 5th house to the 7th house, because with Saturn this is commitment. So and I feel like these are deep emotions too, because it's your 4th house and your 8th house talking to each other. These are private houses. But hold on. But it keeps going back to inner turmoil with this Mars in your 12th house. I would say there's definitely mental conflict going on with your emotions, for sure. It's affecting your Chiron. It keeps going back to this, your 9th house, Chiron and Aries. And then I'm just getting this kind of like ripple effect, I feel like. Like, what is it you guys are doing every day that's going to get affected by this? And that's like creating some type of mental conflict. Yeah. Okay. So Venus and Scorpio trine Saturn. Other than that, I feel like it's an easy going day. I feel like people investing in you, like literally you guys could potentially make money on this day. Money could just come easily. But yeah, I just see it as a nice day. October 5th, Mercury in Libra in your 3rd house is squaring Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. So October 5th, Mercury in Libra is squaring Mars in Cancer. So your 3rd and 12th are squaring each other. Your thoughts, conversations with other people about relationships is in conflict with like, it's like, okay, you guys may be having an argument with somebody you're thinking about committing to, or somebody you are committed to. Or this could be you guys having conversations with friends, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, about either contracts, about property from places that are far away. There could be some type of conflict about this. Yeah, I just see this as potentially an argument, a verbal argument that goes rogue, or there is a dispute with a contract, or I see this as mental conflict. Because you know what, also too, I didn't see it before. Venus is the ruler of Libra, so it's like there's conversations at home. But I'm getting with the self, conversations at home with the self, because the 12th house is home for, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm like talking too fast. So the 4th house traditionally belongs to Cancer, and you guys have Mars there. So on some type of level, the collective is all experiencing some type of inner turmoil with their emotions. But which house is it playing out in, right? So for you guys, I feel like it's your mind, and you guys would have difficulty like learning about this, is what I want to say. The reason I'm going to learning again is because Mars is the ruler of Aries. So it's like, in order to beat the inner turmoil, the conflict that you're dealing with about relationships at this time, or for some of you, this is definitely talking about finances for sure, then it's like you would have to deal with your wounds around this and learn about it. 9th house energy, Jupiter, Gemini, and keep an open mind. So yeah, I do think with Venus ruling Mercury and this being in your 4th house, there are like deep thoughts or deep conversations about maybe your hidden fears, or hidden I just want to say, or disputes you guys are having with family at this time, or you guys are conversating with your friends about arguments you're having at home, or with the mother, or again with females or men with, you know, who are highly emotional, something like that. But there's tension there nonetheless. There's a block, there's friction, there's a holdup. October 8th, Venus in Scorpio in your 4th house is trining Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. So again, October 8th, Venus in Scorpio is trining Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. I like this energy. It's nice. It's like whatever type of conflict you were having, now all of a sudden you're being given a gift. Like you feel much better mentally. I also see this as, I don't know, I see this as, obviously like intuitive, psychic energy coming easily to you. Either how to like overcome your emotions, and you know what, also when Mars is in the 8th house or the 12th house, I look at this as like us being mean to ourselves. So, or others being mean to us, like in a shady type of way. So I think like you guys would be able to overcome this. It's so funny because I feel like Venus and Mars, when they're talking in a positive way to each other, it's talking about the opposite sex getting along. And with the 4th and the 12th house speaking to each other, I'm just getting something about privacy. I do see this as maybe you guys having sex at somebody's home, or maybe your home privately. I think that's definitely potentially the case. Later that same day, October 8th, Mercury in Libra is trining Jupiter in Gemini in your 11th house. Yeah, definitely. So later that day, Mercury in Libra in your 3rd house is trining Jupiter in Gemini in your 11th house. So I think there would be conversations either about your friends or conversations again. I keep getting conversations like with your friends, but about, I feel like so Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and you guys have Sagittarius in your 5th house. 5th house is Leo energy, which is you guys, right? Where do you guys shine? Where do you guys express yourself? So obviously you guys have in your 1st house the body, it's you guys. But I'm getting your house traditionally, which is romance, it's children, it's expressing yourself. It could be like expressing yourself in a creative way. I just see this as being able to communicate the things you are confident about in a really beautiful way, like a diplomatic way, and potentially like I want to say different. Like you may be expressing something to your friends at this time, which is kind of like teaching them something. And you may be doing it publicly, so you may do it on the internet, but you're definitely, it's something smart. I'm sorry, hold on one second. It's something smart, but something you are confident about. So I almost feel like you're confident about, hold on, where's Virgo? And Gemini, your 2nd house, your 11th house. What it is you guys value is your mind, or, you know, I should say smart people, work, cleanliness, being well organized, helping people. What is you value? Your friends. I'm getting it, so I'm just going to say it. Conversations about romance. Yeah. I just see something positive and happy. You may, never mind. Okay, the next day, October 9th, Jupiter goes retrograde in Gemini in your 11th house. So Jupiter's going retrograde in your 11th house. So I feel like this is a time where you guys are going to go within, and you're not going to be so quick to talk about the things that you know. It's not that you're not going to be confident or feeling, you know, smart. It's just that you are going to be more spiritual at this time. You're going to want to cross your T's, dot your I's. Sorry. Jupiter energy, when it's in Gemini, it's very fast. So you may be fast to express the things you know and knowledge and try to teach people what it is you know, trying to help them. But you may be a little bit slower with this now. And I feel like you guys would be having fun with this on the internet. It would make you, you may be doing it in a creative way, childlike way. It could have something to do with romance or your friends. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Mercury trine Jupiter. Also, you guys could be conversating about traveling with friends around October 8th. Yes, definitely. That's another possibility. Okay, sorry. October 11th, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. So Pluto goes direct in Capricorn, your 6th house. I feel like you guys would be, like you would feel the energy drastically change in regards to things feeling less heavy, which is nice. I think you guys are being karmically tested when it comes to, I want to say your leadership abilities at the workplace. Like you're being asked to transform something when it comes to either your regimen, what it is you do every single day. Do you have a good regimen? I would think so, because it's in Capricorn. But maybe it needs to be changed up, you know? I'm not too sure. Or it's talking about work, literally 6th house work. Something needs to be changed here. You know, with 29 degrees, I look at that as Leo energy, which again is you guys. And when I think of fire signs in general, I think of the fact that I do not believe for a second we should be working for other people. I don't think we're meant to. I think we're meant to be bosses. I think we're meant to create. Yeah, so that's what I think. And when I look at your 5th house, it's in Sagittarius, which talks about being creative in a freedom type of way. I'm sorry, having freedom with how you guys have fun. So freedom-oriented things is how you guys have fun. Or it could be like a belief system, or traveling, or it could be, you know, going back to school to learn. That could be how you guys have fun. But it's like you guys could, you know, potentially make money off of things like that. And I feel like you're supposed to. I mean, I know all your money houses are earth. So this is, I think, what sometimes keeps you guys complacent. But I think that could be the karma within it, because I know you guys are supposed to have something that's stable with Taurus in the 10th house. And I don't doubt that for a second. But I also think you're supposed to have something that at least feels like you have freedom, if you're not your own boss. But I do again believe you are definitely meant to be your own boss. So I think you guys are supposed to be changing. With Pluto being in Capricorn in general, for all of us, I feel like there's this energy of being honest, okay? That's the first thing I want to say here. You guys are supposed to transform your 6th house. It's supposed to change. It's not supposed to be the way it looked originally before 2008. And I think it's got to be a little bit more freeing for you guys. That's what I'm getting. Especially with Uranus being in your 10th house right now. I know it's in retrograde, but Uranus is all about a freedom-oriented energy. And maybe, I feel like, you know, like how we can see what it is Pluto was supposed to do in Capricorn for us, because it's been there since 2008, right? Like that's too hard to pin it down for most of us. But look at like where the transits were in the very beginning alongside with Pluto when it entered Capricorn. I'm sure there's a story there. Just like wherever the transits are going to be alongside Pluto leaving Capricorn, there's a story going out there. So for example, Pluto will be in Capricorn, but will literally be leaving Capricorn while you have Neptune and Saturn in your 8th house in Pisces. This is your internal world. What are you supposed to make visible here? So there's something invisible that you are supposed to turn visible. That's one way of looking at it. I don't remember the exact date that Pluto goes back into Aquarius, but another one that's going to be there is Uranus and Taurus. So Pluto is supposed to be helping you in some way when it comes to your career, right? There's a shakeup with how you either speak at work, how you appear. I think for you guys, there's something about opening up here is what I'm getting, because you guys have Aquarius in your 7th house. This talks about partnerships as well as romantic relationships, right? And you guys have this in your 3rd house. 3rd house speaks of communication, your thoughts. And you guys have this in Libra. So, and again, I think I already said this, but Taurus is the throat chakra. So I do think Pluto is helping you guys when it comes to commitment with either becoming a leader or just transforming your either your everyday regimen, your health, or your job, what it is you do for a living, and the position that you have there. Because Pluto rules Scorpio and it's in your 4th house. The 4th house traditionally belongs to Cancer. So I think Pluto is able to, or is at least trying to show you guys something when it comes to something that may be unconscious to you guys when it comes to how do you guys express your emotions. How can you let this go, and how can you, you know, recreate this or something like that. I'm saying it wrong, but like a death and rebirth is what I'm trying to say, but pretty much transform it. So where's Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn? It's your 8th house. So yeah, there's something internally you're supposed to change so that way your external world can change. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I think there's something about freeing your cells, because that's another thing too that Pluto and Capricorn is doing for us. I think wherever Capricorn is in our charts, like this is talking about past lives where we have karma here, like we had trouble with this energy and we're trying to work with this. And obviously that's not everybody's story, but I do believe no matter what, no matter how many positive placements you have, Capricorn energy will be difficult because it's just cold and hard. So yeah, October 13th, Mercury enters Scorpio. Okay, so Mercury is leaving your 3rd house and it's entering your 4th house. So you got Mercury and Venus and Scorpio in your 4th house. I think you guys will be having conversations at home about work. The reason I'm going there is because Pluto rules Scorpio. I think you guys will be having conversations about I think you guys will be having intimate conversations, deep conversations with the people that you guys are intimate with at this time. That's how I see this as well. Because Pluto right now is in Capricorn, and where Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, is in your 8th house where Scorpio traditionally belongs. But instead it's in that 4th house where Cancer traditionally is. So yeah, I do think something hidden is going on in regards to deep conversations, your thoughts. Yeah, I do. With Libra, with Venus ruling Libra and Taurus, so this is the 3rd and 10th house access, conversations about stable commitment or stability is what I want to say. Something like that. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, what else? October 14th, Sun in Libra in your 3rd house is squaring Mars in Cancer in that 12th house. So Sun in Libra in the 3rd house is squaring Mars in Cancer in the 12th. So to me, this is like wanting to communicate something about maybe how you feel, and you're having difficulty with it. It's like you're not able to express something. It's almost as if you feel blocked because of anger, or you literally don't have confidence on this day, or you physically don't feel well, or you're literally like your emotions are getting the best of you, that it's creating mental conflict and you have no like physical vitality to do anything. This is at least how I think of it. So I feel like you may not be happy on this day, and that would be like a ripple effect. So you may not be feeling up to doing much on that day, because when the sun is squaring Mars, this is pretty much talking about like your physical vitality and it not being, you know, up to par, I want to say. So yeah, again, I just think this is also potentially talking about mental conflict about relationships, because we got Mars, and then we have Libra energy going on. So again, Libra is ruled by Venus. So I'm just getting this Venus, Mars energy. You know what also I'm getting too, because Libra energy, it's not Gemini where there's duality, but there's more like, it's unsure. It can't decide. It can't make its mind up. Does it want this or does it want that? Does it want this? Does it want that? Oh, I don't know. What do you want? You know? And it's the sun. So the sun is happiness, it's confidence, it's, did I say happiness already? Anyway, my point is this, is that the 12th house is a psychic energy. It's a psychic house is what I'm trying to say. I think because it's dark there, you can't technically see things, right? I feel like what I'm picking up on is you guys will be feeling something coming your way, and it makes you feel split, like you're unsure about something. So it affects your mental well-being that day. Like it affects who you are. So let's say you're bubbly, you conversate in a nice way, you're very social. I feel like on this type of day, you would not be social, because you would be thinking, what am I feeling right now? I can feel something coming. I know it. I know it. Something bad is going to happen. Definitely. I definitely think that as well, because that's another thing that can happen with Mars in the 12th house, especially if it's in a water placement, or if it's just like talking to, I feel like another psychic placement, like you can feel when shit is about to go down. And I think something like that happens on that day. What else? Okay. October 15th, Venus in Scorpio in your 4th house is trining Neptune in retrograde in Pisces in your 8th house. So Venus in Scorpio in your 4th house is getting along nicely with Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house. So I look at this as, again, I do think for some of you, this could definitely be sex, honestly. I do see this as like psychic, intuitive energy, feel good energy. This is forgiveness, unconditional love. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add on to that. So Pluto rules, Neptune rules Pisces. And then we're talking about Venus. Venus rules Scorpio. Venus, Libra, and Taurus. So, I really do think for some of you, you guys are maybe having a relationship, or it's like, it's either the job you guys have affects your relationships. There's something up with this. I'm picking up on it. It's either if you're not dating somebody at work, there's something going on at work with people you're in a relationship with. Okay. But anyway, so Pluto rules Scorpio and Capricorn. Capricorn, Taurus. I just see this as like, if it is like you guys, like, you know, I'm trying not to be so in there, but anyway, I just see this as emotional sex too. Or I just see this as deep emotions. This could be you guys, or you guys could be spending money on, you know, psychic readings, astrology reading, things of that nature. That's also possible as well. Okay. What else? October 17th, Venus enters Sagittarius. Okay, so Venus is leaving your 4th house and is entering your 5th house. Ooh, fun. Okay, so exactly what I just said. Fun. Venus in Sagittarius. So where's Jupiter? Jupiter is in Gemini in retrograde. So you guys are going to be going within. The reason I'm going to Jupiter is because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. And you guys have it in your 11th house. Again, I'm telling you, some of you guys are hooking up with your friends, I feel like, I'm telling you, or maybe people that feel like friends, but I don't think so. I think these are, or hold on, or you're attracting people who don't live close to you. There's something up with this. It's so weird. Venus and Sagittarius in your 5th house. So you are attracting freedom-oriented people. You could be making money while, you know, traveling. You could be going on a trip with somebody you're in a relationship with, somebody you're dating. You could meet somebody who is very passionate, somebody who's very expressive, somebody who is seen, somebody who communicates, you know, the things, somebody who teaches is what I'm getting because of Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius, and it's in your 11th house. So with Gemini, so it's teacher energy to me. Or maybe this is, or maybe you guys are investing in some type of group activity with your group of friends online. You're paying for something. You guys could be paying for traveling as well. I could see that. Maybe you guys are going somewhere with a group of friends. But Venus rules Libra and Taurus. So I would say these are conversations, conversations you're having with friends. You're either having conversations about romance or work, or about something unexpected that happens in relationships, at work, or the things that happen unexpectedly, and somehow connects this Venus and Sagittarius is what I'm getting, like the unexpected, and then it's like the unexpected happens because of your freedom-oriented energy. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, there we go. Okay, wait. So, and then for not things that are not romance, you guys could be really into like creative things more so at this time. You guys could be making money off of these things. You guys could be making money off of information you're putting on the internet. There's something like this too, or something you're just putting out there. I'm not too sure, but definitely spending money on having fun, or on, you know, creative things, artistic things. Okay, October 17th, there is a full moon in Aries in your 9th house. So something is being illuminated for you guys, and it's in 24 degrees. So I do believe something would be illuminated with this full moon in Aries. I think it's going to have something to do with I want to say you guys seeing something about yourselves, and being more open and mutable. You guys may be seeing your pain, if I'm being honest. I'm getting something about Chiron here in the 9th house. Mars is the ruler of Aries, and it's in your 12th house. So moon energy, Cancer energy is connected to the moon. So I do see some type of emotional conflict that maybe you guys are in touch with when it comes to maybe like the intimate relationships you guys have, and how there is conflict here with your freedom. That's also what I'm getting too. Yeah, so you guys may be seeing right now, this is what may be changing at this time for you guys. With Uranus being in retrograde, there's like some type of shake up when it comes to either your relationship with work or your romantic relationships or your business partnerships, just things that you are committed to, okay? And I feel like there's something you guys are learning right now. It's like fate, destiny is pulling you towards this 9th house energy, which is typically in Sagittarius, right? But you guys have Aries here, which talks about you guys, the self. You literally have it in 9th house energy. So it's like you're mutable, Sagittarius energy, but also cardinal, going after something you guys want. You guys are learning about yourselves and the things you may be more open to at this time, more open to trying, in order to heal some type of wound is what I'm getting with Chiron. So because Jupiter, again, traditionally belongs in that 9th house, and it's in Gemini and it's in retrograde, I think you guys are going more within about this. I think you guys are learning, either through friends or on the internet, through social networking. Maybe this is, wait, hold on. Jupiter and Gemini. Is that right? Hold on. Is this how you... What I'm getting here is that what you're learning during this time when Venus enters Sagittarius, that what you guys may love is your freedom. And what may be illuminated for you during this time is the pain that is caused in relationships at home. Not necessarily at home, but just like when you're home. You may not be consciously aware of this, is what I'm getting with the 24 degrees. 24 degrees is Pisces energy. Pisces energy is confusing. Things go missing. It's like you have a thought 1 second and it's gone. It's like when you remember a dream and you have it for 2 seconds and then it's gone. There you go. Pisces energy, your dreams. When people go missing, this is, I'm telling you, Neptune, like 1000%, things go missing. And you guys have this in your 8th house about yourselves. It's in retrograde. So this is a chance to kind of catch up about yourself and be more in tune with what's going on. And I think you guys may be in touch with your own emotions and the mental conflict that is happening during this time. That is what I'm picking up on. Okay, October 21st, Mercury in Scorpio in your 4th house is trining Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 8th house. So to me, again, trines are blessings. This is easy energy. It's either this energy is being given to you, or this energy comes so natural to you, you don't even notice it. So whatever is normally difficult for you, on this day, this is the day to do it. I'm telling you right now, because Saturn makes things complicated. It's karma. It increases the time. But yet Mercury is making time go smoothly. It's almost like, I don't want to say it's speeding it up, because that's not what I mean. It's just anything that is difficult, you're able to do at this time. So if you do have trouble with your schedule, your daily regimen, This is the time to get things done. If there is a to-do list, this is the time to do it. But this is more what I'm picking up on. You may get downloads, intuitive hits, messages in your dreams about, hold on one second. You're either going to get messages again about kind of all this, like about yourself, I feel like, because it's the 8th house and the 4th house. I do get this psychic, intuitive realm. But with Mercury and Cancer, oh, I'm sorry, it's not really Mercury and Cancer, but it's Mercury and Scorpio. But still, it gives me your 12th house energy because that's where you guys have Cancer. I feel like you'd be having dreams about your mental conflict. And I feel like you would be getting some type of lesson, Saturn, through your dreams. I think that's possible. I think the dead would be speaking to you. That's another thing with Mercury and Scorpio. I think you would be able to either hear the dead or feel the dead. But honestly, I think this would be more so happening in your dreams. I think difficult conversations about how you feel as well, or how other people feel may be happening on this day, or you just may be in tune with it. So, yeah, I think you may understand, for those of you who are, dating anyone at this time, in committed relationships, it's like the unspoken words, I think you would grasp it without needing to say anything. Also, if there is anything going on where you guys are doing business with other people, sharing money, resources, I think you would get downloads about this as well, whatever maybe that situation is for some people out there. October 22nd, the Sun in Libra in your 3rd house is squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 6th house. So to me, I don't like this energy. I don't like when Pluto is squaring anything, because it's talking about power dynamics, like power trips, needing to dominate, needing to manipulate in order to control a situation, a person. So I look at this as feeling limited to being able to express yourself, and feeling blocked in a sense. That's how I looked at that. That's how I look at it. I look at this almost as like a, I know this is so straightforward, but like a dead situation. Because it's not transformative. It's not like helping you out with your shadow. It's not like shining a light on a shadow. Like, no. This isn't that. This is literally almost like blocking you from expressing yourself due to a death, quote unquote death. So, yeah, I do see that happening where on this day, what day is it again? I forgot. The Sun, October 22nd, around this time frame. Sorry. You may see somebody trying to, and this could happen in the place of work since it's happening in your 6th house. Either somebody trying to stop you from shining, stop you from talking, and just overtalk you or just put you down. I would just ignore it, because you don't want to give in to a Pluto square, because there's really no winning. It's like an energy that goes on and on and on and never stops. So you might as well just be Libra. You may just learn and understand Libra energy in that case, which is just harmony and diplomacy and trying to understand the higher perspective that everybody is the way they are for a reason. So October 22nd, the Sun enters Scorpio. So Sun is leaving your 3rd house and is entering your 4th house. So again, another psychic placement. It's, you know, very intuitive. I think you also would be having fun at home. I think you'd also be able to be more in touch with your own feelings at this time, as well as being more in touch with what's going on a psychic level. I feel like your body, like I said before, yourself, like you would be more in touch with your emotions, that Mars in Cancer in the 12th house. I think you would be seeing that more clearly, or at least trying to. I think you would also be seeing through the BS at, if there is any BS, I should say, with work. I'm getting something about work too, because Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is currently in your 6th house of work. You guys may be trying to do something healthier at home. You guys may be trying to feel better or happier, or, you know, lifting yourself up, feeling more confident. So yeah, what else? October 24th, Mars in Cancer in your 12th house is sextiling Uranus and Taurus in that 10th house. So again, October 24th, Mars in Cancer is sextiling Uranus and Taurus in the 10th. So I feel like this is you guys putting energy into trying to achieve something at work. I feel like this is something that would... Why does it keep going back to either you guys are either trying to be more confident at work to step up so you're seen more, or this is talking about you being driven. Maybe this has something to do with like Chiron being in Aries in the 9th house, but I'm getting something about Mars in your 12th house, sextiling Uranus in your 10th, is talking about overcoming fears or something just uncomfortable. And now maybe you got like an intuitive hit where all of a sudden you're like, no, I can do this. I want to do this. But you may feel more inspired or encouraged by the people you're dating at this time. You may feel inspired to be even more freedom oriented because of the people you're dating. In fact, I feel like this is what's inspiring you guys to go into this energy as well. With Venus in that 5th house in Sagittarius, and having Aquarius in your 7th, this is freedom-oriented people that you're attracting. And then you guys are Leos, right? So you guys are independent. But with Uranus being in Taurus, there's... it's a shakeup with what you guys value, with how you guys appear. So... And also, obviously, for some of you, your career, right? I don't know. I'm just getting something about you guys wanting to achieve something, and it may have something to do with based off of confidence you're learning about, or to be more open-minded and to go for something. Where's Mercury? Mercury in Scorpio. You may intuitively feel like if you go for something on that day, you can get it. And then you do. Okay. October 28th, that same day, Venus in Sagittarius in your 5th house is squaring Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 8th house. Okay. So there's a holdup, there's a block. So when Venus and Saturn are squaring each other, I think of either an argument or a breakup. There's some type of dispute, or like you're spending too much money, more money than you have. So you guys are either like you have to slow down with how you spend your money, or you have to slow down with, like, you know, the romantic relationship you're in, or spending money with other people. When it comes to business, you may have to be careful, because again, Pluto being in Capricorn in 29 degrees is asking us all to be honest, and not everybody's gonna like pass that test, right? So there's something to be said about this with Venus squaring Saturn. I think you guys may be, I feel like that Mars and Cancer in the 12th house is just going to be a conflict when it comes to what makes you guys feel safe in relationships. And I'm getting something more about like your power and leadership in practical things every day is changing. Like, this is what's more important to you. Like, with Saturn being in your 8th house, it's making you guys, I'm trying to think of like the positive way to put it, because there is a positive way. It's just, it's like, it's making you more serious, I want to say, internally, you know, taking things much more seriously. So I just think that it's either going to be you or another person where you're at odds with what it is you guys want in relationships. I think your emotions may be too much, like you may feel like you just want to do what you want to do, is what I'm getting with your 4th house energy and that 12th house energy. And with Pluto being there one more round in that 6th house, you know, where is your power when it comes to traditional things too? Or I'm sorry, not where is your power, I mean, yeah, that too, but what has transformed when it comes to traditional things? I think something's changing there as well, like what you value has changed. And I think it's coming up with this Venus square Saturn. So October 30th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 4th house is in opposition to Uranus and Taurus in the 10th house. So October 30th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 4th house is in opposition to Uranus in retrograde and Taurus in your 10th house. So oppositions work best when they work together. It is friction nonetheless. It's not easy energy. It's basically a compromise. I feel like with oppositions, like transits that are oppositions, you have to be more aware on that day, like more cognizant of it. So you do have the potential to get downloads, intuitive hits from spirit, but I see this as more likely miscommunication, arguments based off of definitely misunderstandings, potentially at work, or maybe, wait, questioning your authority. Wait a minute, now I'm getting it. The power trips, Pluto ruling Scorpio in the 4th house and Cancer being in that 12th house. There is, oh my God. Okay, I get it now. Needing to control your emotions, like having your emotions in check. I think with the Mars in the 12th house energy, there is an uneasy feeling about this. So when Mercury and Uranus are opposing each other, you have the potential to get like intuitive hits and downloads and messages about the things you value at this time. But it's an opposition, so it's like you would probably be questioning the downloads you're getting, and you'd probably be filtering them through your ego, more than likely. I would say that it's usually the messages you don't want to hear. Those ones are probably what your intuition's trying to tell you. More so with like harder energy, because when you have squares or oppositions going on, and it's talking to like intuitive placements, it's like harder to reach spirit, it's harder to hear spirit, and it's like you have to work that much harder through the delusion. So yeah, I think like, yes, Mercury and Scorpio in the 4th house is extremely intuitive. It's psychic, but at the same time, it's opposing a very smart energy. This is genius energy. This is like, it's just very a bright person. And it's like, it's not able to reach your mind, your thoughts. So it may create an argument potentially with either 10th house things or 7th house things. I do see this as more of like, well, also, wait, traveling too. Just be careful on this day, because when Mercury and Uranus are talking to each other like that, I just think you got to be extra careful as well. So what I'm seeing is conversations at work that may happen where, like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting a relaxed energy if I'm being honest, but I am seeing, I guess, with Uranus being in Taurus, the throat chakra, 10th house energy at work, Capricorn, not really feeling inspired. I feel like that was kind of like the energy I was picking up on, is not feeling inspired. But definitely being spoken to or speaking to someone at work. But I feel like it's like trying to come together, like trying to get help at work with something. And it's like you guys are not interested, is what I'm picking up on. The behavior I felt was very Uranus, and I think that's what really needs to be watched out for on that day, to just compose your behavior when you're conversating, especially with bosses, management. Okay. Yeah, I feel like maybe you would feel like you're at odds with a friend, but really it's like, it's not a friend, it's work. So I don't know. Okay. October 28th, Mars in Cancer in your 12th house is trining Neptune in Pisces in retrograde in your 8th. So again, October 28th, we have Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. It's trining Neptune in Pisces in retrograde in your 8th house. So I think of, first off, these are two psychic houses, the 12th and the 8th house. They're both in water energies nonetheless. And you have Mars and Neptune talking to each other. I think it will come easily for you guys to follow spirit. Like, you guys will feel encouraged to achieve something when it comes to I want to say following either your emotions, or like 9th house energy, where the North Node is for Aries. What will come with ease for you guys? Ooh, okay, so I forgot with trines, this is easy energy, right? But sometimes it's not always a blessing because it comes so easily. It's like sometimes this can create laziness, or things just happen so easily in general. And that's a trine. It happens so natural. So with Mars trining Neptune, I'm actually getting you guys fighting. I'm like, we're not necessarily fighting, but kind of being mean. And I feel like this would be coming from Mercury and Scorpio in your 4th house, Cancer. You may be saying things that you feel like you can see about another person, but it comes off as cutthroat. Or maybe you guys hear something that day that makes you feel that way, but that's what I'm getting from this. So yeah. October 28th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 5th house, square Saturn and Pisces in retrograde. Oh, wait, we just did that. Oh, wait, did I miss that one before? Or did I say it already? Mars in Cancer, trining Neptune. I feel like that's another one that can also be good. Oh, wait, did I say this? I feel like this sounds familiar. Good sex? I don't know. So maybe there's an argument and then good sex after that. But I feel like that's another one. I did do this already. Sorry. Mercury in Scorpio, trining Neptune and Pisces. That's what I just said. That's what I meant. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on one second. Mercury in Scorpio. I'm just seeing this as like what comes easily to you guys is expressing how you feel physically with another, but while at the same time it's like you're getting all these other energies going on in the background. Does that make sense? So Mercury in Scorpio, you're able to physically express yourself. I feel like the physical part is coming in because of Mars in Cancer in the 12th house, because this traditionally belongs to the 4th house with Cancer energy. And then we have Scorpio energy traditionally belongs here, where you guys have Pisces and Neptune's here. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. So Mercury and Scorpio, I'm seeing you guys would be able to open up easily when it comes to how you physically express yourself, but at the same time you would be feeling other energies, which makes sense to me because Mars in Cancer in the 12th house. So yeah, you'd be feeling other things going on. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. Definitely let me know if this happens, if it resonates. All right, bye guys.